Anit, for people watching the broadcast, is Senior Fellow of Global Economics and Development at ORF America. Anit ji, contextualize this visit. There have been many in the past. There will be many in the future. We keep talking about a pivotal partnership for the next 2 decades, the defining moment. What does it actually mean?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. It's a pleasure. I think we are using this pivotal time and the word quite extensively, but it is actually pivotal. We are coming out of a global pandemic. There are huge challenges in the global economy today. India actually is a beacon. The latest World Bank report also shows that India is growing at the fastest rate among any developing country. At the same time, I think the way where the India-US relationship is, it is at a moment where it can do the takeoff. There has been a lot of foundation building, but today I think geopolitically, in terms of geoeconomically, also I think we are at a moment where the next stage and the next takeoff in this relationship can happen. So it is actually pivotal. We are not overstating that.
Okay, but we've been talking about the takeoff. Now we have foundation building, but so how do we signal a takeoff? And the takeoff will be tripling of bilateral trade. What does the takeoff mean?
I'll give you just one example. I think it's a few hours ago, there was the semiconductor investment that was announced by Micron. And that is significant. It's a $2.7 billion investment in a packaging and design, semiconductor packaging and design facility. And that is a symptomatic of where this economic relation is going. Because semiconductors is high technology. India has been trying to do that. India has been trying to woo different
yeah, but Mr. Mukherjee, have we found an area of confluence? Because as you know, India has a $10 billion PLI, performance linked incentive for semiconductors, but the Americans have just announced a $100 billion similar scheme, and the real semiconductor manufacturing is the TSMC is doing in Taiwan. So we are both looking for similar kinds of technology. Now America has Qualcomm, it has some global giants already. Why would they be wanting to share this R&D with India?
Simple answer to that is China. I think that is where the confluence of interest now lies, and also the fact that over the pandemic we've realized that friendshoring is now a term, nearshoring is also a term, but there's also friends and nearshoring together, and that is where India lies geographically as well as geopolitically.
Okay, so semiconductor is one. The other big thing for people watching the broadcast is that India can send rockets to Mars, which we do, but we don't have a jet engine, believe it or not. We've tried to build one in the past, and in all honesty, it might have been American interests that have denied us that jet engine. Why has that changed now, sir?
Yes, I think there are moments in history when politics and economics all collide, and I think this is that moment where America finds value in Indian technology, Indian human resources. India finds value in diversifying away from the diversified supply chain. So it is an important element of the whole overall process where we are moving. So jet engines, great example. I mean, why can't we have our own fighter jets, right? So there are, again, these technology thresholds where things haven't moved before. Technology transfers are not easy. Technology policies are different. So this is a process by which we are harmonizing our policies towards achieving a certain goal.
Okay.
And this is where the moment is, that jet engines is one, semiconductor is another. Tomorrow it will be AI. I mean, and as the Prime Minister said, AI is America, India, not artificial intelligence.
Okay, so it's all so all of it obviously can't be a top-down approach that requires the PM and a president to sit down and bash some heads together. Some of it does require that, but in an organic approach of accelerated engagement, which are those areas? We have the anecdotal examples of Apple in the south of India, which is a very interesting partnership because it's an American company with Foxconn manufacturing in India. So it's a very interesting trilateral association there. But where are the low-hanging fruits here?
I think the low-hanging fruits are what you were mentioning in the previous, with the interview with the previous panelist. I think it is the wide base of very highly skilled technical resources that exists in India, in the US today, Indian Americans, and the kind of innovation that's happening in medical science, in biotechnology, in terms of universities with huge number of Indian students who are now at that level where they can actually contribute both to the US economy as well as to the Indian economy. I think that is where this change in the mindset from, oh, we are good doctors and we are good engineers, to we are good innovators and we are investors creating jobs in the US. That is the mind shift that is starting to happen.
Last question, Mr. Mukherjee. What is required here in India to translate the interest into the practicalities of turning MOUs into projects? We are a long way there, but I know that a lot of problems, sticking points, touch point issues, frictions remain. How do we accelerate that, and what are particular ones which are really, really pernicious?
Well, for industrial projects, it's obviously land and infrastructure. So as India upgrades its own infrastructure, its own regulations, manages to make life as easy as possible for somebody like a Foxconn or a Micron to invest, get projects off the ground within a year or two. Investors are not going to sit on money, investable resources, when they are going to pay 6% and the interest rates are going up globally. So the cost of capital is high, and therefore India needs to move quickly if they are going to bring in these kind of high-ticket investments.
Point well made. I've lived in the same country, in the same time space of 10, 20 years, where building a road used to take many years. Sometimes building a flyover used to take a decade. Well, we just built a new parliament building in 25 months. So, what do you know? If you actually want to do things, you can get them done really fast. Anit Mukherjee, thank you for your thoughts.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.